What's up, my guys? We are back in line once again. Guess what? Guess what, guys? We recruited not one, but two more people to our lunch table this week. Cool Kids Table. Glad to have you guys, Harry Slider and Michael the Schwarf. Happy to have both of you guys here. Tiggy Nation's running a little tardy, but he will hop on here in a second. What is up, my guys?
Well, boys, it's great to be back. Good week this week. I mean, the weather outside sucks, but it is March Madness time. There's going to be TVs on, beers flowing, gambling happening, beer pong being played, flip cup happening, being hungover, and being with the dogs, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
Don't forget women being looked at.
I love it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. If we get so lucky, that would be nice.
No, but I'm pumped. I totally forgot until you said that, and now I'm just so excited to sit in a cabin and drink beer. I just can't explain how I haven't done something like that in so long. Like played games and stuff.
Schwartz, you might as well just dive into what we were talking about because this fits it perfectly.
I've got a hell of a take, JT. We were talking about this last night. And it's like mad unfortunate that I'm about to sound like an old head. But house parties, greater than sign, greater than sign, greater than sign.
Oh, 100. I 100% agree. 100% agree.
Over the last year, every house party that I've been to, which isn't very many because they don't happen that much anymore, the house parties I've been to have been infinitely more fun than going out to the bars.
Oh.
And I don't know if it's like, I feel like most people feel like they can act up a bit.
Yeah.
Not in an establishment when they're in a home.
Yeah, and that's 100% what it is. And I am the biggest proponent of sitting at a bar stool. Like that is my favorite thing in the whole universe to do. And this is what I was saying to them. Like, I don't know if it was because it was hour 14 of drinking, because going to Pittsburgh for St. Patty's Day, I had a great time, great weekend. But I was just walking around and I was like, this sucks. Like, there was something about the vibes of like the packed bar. I was like, this just sucks. It's not funny.
But Schwarf, a point you didn't hit on is you think we're doing this backwards.
I think society has the events that go into weekend nights backwards. I think that based on the level of fun at both, I think going to a bar should be the pregame for house parties.
I love this.
Not house parties as a pregame for going to the bar.
I absolutely love this. I think, and to kick it up, like you go to the bar, brewery, whatever medium of establishment to buy a drink at, like early, like at 4:00, and you get a nice little buzz on. I love this. And then you go home and your friends come over. That's the best. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Big fan of the house party as well. And it is the component of you can act up, but it's also, I feel like a comfortability thing, You're just with your people playing music, and they always say like a crowded bar is intimate, which it can be. It can be, but nothing's more intimate than when you just got like the good vibes music playing in like your house. The lights are down a little bit, like nothing better than that.
It's your space and you're the king of the castle. It can't be, the vibes cannot be ruined no matter what. Well, kind of. You don't have the asshole goth kid coming in playing the shittiest music you ever heard in your life. You don't have that at your house.
Okay, it looks like we're not inviting Brady this weekend. But seriously though, real quick, I think about how I spent my last couple Saturdays in January and February, and there has been nothing more fun than going to the bar at 2 or 3 to watch a sporting event, let the sporting event get over, have a couple more, and then going home and keep it going is I don't know, so much better.
Yeah. And I think the real dream that we're getting at here is you live in a neighborhood where all your next door neighbors are friends.
Yeah.
You know? And then like truly at that point, you don't have to go anywhere. You just walk outside. You know what I mean? You're like,
Dude,
hey
Walk
guys,
outside, maybe yell a little loud so your friends inside can hear you. But
you can house hop instead of bar hop. Like that's the move.
That's why the dream of like buy a plot of land with your friends and build like, I mean, dude, there be nothing better than starting your own cul-de-sac. All you would need is one pool, community pool, one massive pool in the middle, and then you literally like that would just be your life. There would be nothing more fun than that.
And like think about it this way. Like you could plan shit to have like a legit house crawl. And each family or whoever decorated their house as a themed kind of bar. Like maybe one could be like they decorate the house as like an Irish pub or whatever, and then the next one does like they're like a Mexican restaurant where there's margaritas and shit. Dang, this is
the gay
electric.
Bar. One can be a gay bar.
Yeah. Then you go to the gay bar. Yeah, like
that's all me, man. That's all me.
And then
Dude, it's funny though, because if somebody from 1920s listened to this right now, they're just like, so you're describing how we used to live? Is that what you're doing? It's like, yeah, that's what I want. God,
dude, imagine being around during Prohibition.
It was probably honestly, it was probably electric. Like
because the speakeasies, bro. Like imagine going into like a pharmacy and then the one little door behind it opens up to like a bar. See, that's what like secret bars, speakeasies like that. That's fucking cool. Like the idea to think that people couldn't drink legally in this country. So instead of just not drinking anymore, they were just like, dude, we're gonna put a hole in this building and we're just gonna build a bar. And you can't do anything about it.
Dude, right. Like, and apparently
legally, secret door.
Yeah.
I'm sure that made it so much more fun.
The rush, dude.
Yeah.
The rush of knowing that what you're doing is illegal.
Like it
100% shouldn't be. Yeah.
It was permanently you had a fake ID feeling. You know?
What were the vibes like back then though? Yeah, it was just, there's no music. There's no women. You're just like hanging out with your boys. Probably don't say a word to anybody. Wearing a suit.
That's what they want you to think, Harry.
I was gonna say everyone's in a suit and just is sweaty and smells.
And just getting drunk.
Sounds like a Craig's bar formal.
Yeah.
Dude, that is something I do think about all the time. Is like when I watch stuff like this, I instantly look and be like, "Wow, that person looks like they stink."
Mm-hmm.
Like any kind of old pictures or whatever it is, and then standing outside, he's got like his suit on with a vest and it's 170 degrees and like there's sweat running down. He's got his like nice little watch. He probably smells like he hasn't showered in 4 months. Like that was America, dude. And honestly, there's still some countries that are like that today, so we should be blessed.
Yeah. Like every time I watched Peaky Blinders, that was just always what I thought about. I was like, all these people just freaking smell like shit.
And their 4-piece wool suits.
Yeah. Like their skin is just permanently glossy. Like,
See, people talk about like, oh, I wish I lived like whatever, 80, 100 years ago. And it's like, I fucking don't. There's no AC. Booze is illegal. What the hell were they doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really though, like honestly, what were they doing? And like it's weird to think that people barely lived to 50 or whatever it was back then. You just were dead. You were like, oh shit, I'm turning 40, boys, getting ready to hang it up. Like that's how we act when we turn to whatever age, and that's how it was.
You're a foot in the grave, old man.
Yeah, damn. Old Tammy, she's 46, gonna get ready to find me a new one once she goes.
Yeah, but Jake, so what do you got lined up for the cabin?
Okay, so Thursday night, I'm assuming will probably just be like bro-y-ish vibes. I'm assuming that's kind of how Thursday night will be. I think Friday night will be a healthy mix of family-oriented and friend vibes. And then I think Saturday is just going to be an absolute shit show. And I say that because when Neil starts telling the entire city of Wheeling that something's happening, a kid that used to guard the door at WVU house parties, when he starts telling people that something's happening on Saturday, and Saturday's Jersey Day. Shout out Colleen. This was Colleen's idea. Everybody that's coming on Saturday that's listening, have a jersey on. That's going to be kind of the theme, is just wearing jerseys. I think it's just fun and different. So I'm very excited. I got futures on Iowa State and Utah State, and then I have 3 futures to make the Sweet 16 on Utah State, Charleston, who's the other one? And some other team. But I just want to give a big shout out to the Japanese Jeremy Lin that plays for Nebraska. This dude is a dog. He is a walking bucket, and they're like a 10 seed. I can't wait to watch him play. He's like one of those guys that you put a ball in his hand and he can just shoot it and it goes in from wherever he's at. I think the biggest storyline of the whole tourney is going to be when WVU knocks Caitlin Clark out of the fucking tourney in Iowa, dude. Round 2, Mark Kellogg's already talking shit. WVU's coach is just like, he's like, let's get to the second weekend and knock Caitlin out. That's electric, even though it'll probably get smashed. It's still cool. It's still cool to know that our coach is already talking shit on Caitlin Clark. That's the weekend.
I can't wait for Jake to just be my gambling guy. The vibes are either going to be electric or they're just going to be electric. There's going to be no other option. But I need help because I don't know anything about basketball.
So basically what we'll do is I have futures on, and then I'll probably be doing obviously 1-game bets and then smaller little 2-3 game parlays that are going on at the same time. I'm betting on chaos this year. I think there's more of a chance. All right, fuck it. I'm just going to say it. I think Purdue can lose round 1 if Montana State wins the playing game, and it'll be insane if 2 years in a row we get a 1 seed getting bounced on the first weekend. That's going to be my massive bet.
I don't know if you guys just got the notification, but that Kevin McCullough from Kansas is missing the tournament, and their other really good player is questionable. I think they're on big upset alert, in my opinion, because they've looked like hot. I don't know anything about college basketball, but I do know that they've looked like hot ass without those two.
They did, and they're a 4 seed. So yeah, that might be a 13 seed game to watch. I can't remember who they play, but that's good to know. I'm just excited, dude. This weekend is fun. There's a game going on right now. There's another game tonight. And I don't know, just excited to see the chaos ensue.
Yeah. So let me ask a question about the Saturday theme of jerseys. Can it be any sport?
Any sport.
Nice. Okay.
Doesn't even have to be a real person.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I already knew Jay.
I'll follow up on that with the fact that I have 41 hockey jerseys in my collection. So I've got plenty to go around.
Dude, you might as well bring 3, because if we're getting sweaty playing beer games, you're gonna need to check.
Shout out to Schwartz for giving me the best jersey that I own, and that is Brandon McManus of the Denver Broncos. Shout out my kickers. I think that's going to be my new thing, just getting kicker jerseys.
Nothing wrong with that.
Field goal kickers. I don't even know if he plays for the Falcons anymore, but that Young Ho Koo guy.
I think he does.
Yeah, so I think that'd be a sick jersey.
That was always a fantasy scoop for me, that guy every year.
Yeah. So
He's
I might have
one of
to
the best names in football, man.
Yeah, might have to get a Young Ho Koo jersey.
I mean, it's better. It's better. It's better than the NBA after that one game. The guys just stood next to each other and it just said black dick.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
It's
funny.
Intentional. Do you see
it's so intentional.
Getting ready for that?
Yeah, it's so intentional. It's hysterical, but it's It was all over the place. Black dick.
It's awesome, dude.
Yeah, did you see they posted that social media position on LinkedIn like that or whatever job site?
No.
So
That's
people
funny.
speculating someone got fired over that.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
That's awesome.
Be like, dude, that's just their names. Like, it's like, what do you mean? You know?
Yeah.
They didn't
Well,
fire that.
let's crank it into gear here, JT. I want to hear about your weekend.
Oh yeah. So, okay. So I ran a Spartan race that I forgot. So I signed up for it in November, and like, no, this is not for the sake of for comedic relief or for content. I forgot about it until like 2 weeks before. And I've been working out pretty good, the past year. Like F45, it's similar to, like, you could say maybe like a lighter version of CrossFit, like no like really heavy weights or anything involved, but high intense, so I've been on that. But I running never been my forte. But so Saturday morning, beautiful day, got up nice and early, took a nice walk, got a little pre-workout, and not the drink pre-workout, like a before workout, walked on the treadmill, got a little sweat going, tried to warm up a little bit. Long story short, honestly, it was a lot of fun. The running part was the hardest for me. Like when it comes to obstacles, like jumping and climbing and army crawling and trying to walk through the mud and shit. I honestly love that shit. Like at the end of the day, like I feel like I'm made for those kind of things. So I had a blast. Didn't come in first by any means. I think I came in my group or whatever, the 5K, I think I came at like 800th out of 2,500. So not terrible, right?
Not bad.
Not terrible for being ill prepared. But I can see how you have people that are like absolutely diehard locked into these things because it's a whole freaking event. Like you go, it's like, what could you compare to? Like almost like a festival going on while people are competing, like music, all these booths with food and like alcohol drinks and everything. Just really loud music, just very positive vibes and energy. So I would do it again. Had a good time. I ran with two of my coaches from F45. And they're very in shape. So, they pushed me beyond my limits a little bit. So I was dragging ass. Jake, you would like this. So the final obstacle at the finish line is you have to run and jump over fire. Yeah.
No.
So my legs are done, like absolutely done. I'm like, are you kidding me? And so I'm like trying to just not die, but I'm still here. So I made it over the fire. But honestly, 10 out of 10 experience.
I love that.
Would do it again. Honestly, it's very nice to get outdoors in that regard. Like you're not running just like on a trail. Like when I say running in the woods, like just running through the woods, like jumping over rocks and shit. It was awesome. I feel like if Tiggy Nation was there, I would have easily beat him. So happy to see that he hopped on board here. What's up, Tiggy Nation?
How's it going, boys? Sorry for the tardiness. Just duty was calling, unfortunately.
It's all good, brother. Happy to have you. Happy to have you here.
I'm happy too. I was having a rough day, but all these smiles just brighten my life right here.
What's wrong? You need me to fuck somebody up for you?
Nah, just a rough couple days of work, just a lot of bureaucracy and some bullshit, and it's just like
America.
Just kind of over, and I just work here, so I don't know, I don't know why I'm just getting ripped apart sometimes. It's like I don't know why I'm the one getting hit with all this. I have no responsibilities here, but okay.
Dude, I'm starting to become a big fan of like, I get working from home or even in a setting like you want to be chummy with your coworkers, but like I'm over the whole like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Fuck off. Don't worry about what I'm doing this weekend. I'm here to work. I'm here to make money. And then I'm not going to talk to you until Monday at 8:30 in the morning. And that's just how it's going to be.
I agree. You do not need to be friends with your coworkers to any degree. Any degree.
I agree. I really do agree. Now, I'm lucky enough to be pretty good friends with one or two, but like I completely agree with that. I don't think it's necessary.
It can get a little hairy, you know?
Like Slider?
Yeah. It can get a little hairy, Slider, if like you become too close with a work friend, you know, and then that's just you got to be cautious when doing that, you know.
That's almost the good thing about working from home. Like my coworkers know nothing about me, and I know nothing about them. We work, and then I go and do whatever. Then I come back on Monday.
I love that, and that's why going to these conferences, like when we all get together, is kind of nerve-wracking because you go out, you drink, everybody's there. It's like, loose lips sink ship. So like you're on edge while you're chugging beers. So I know that's not what you said, but that's just what I'm saying, you know?
So I've been blessed to have some coworkers that are cool to be friends with, actually. I'm friends with a good 5-6 of my coworkers. It's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It really is.
Are you talking about flavors of the popsicles, or are you talking about real people? Sorry, I didn't want to. I didn't want to like out you where you work. So like when I said that, I was just like, oh shit.
I will say it is nice to have like a few like that you're tight with, that like if you're having just a rough day or whatever, you can just like call them and just kind of like talk out your frustrations. So it's good to have a couple of those, for sure.
Yeah, I've gotten buckled with a few of my coworkers before. Being able to get hammered with your coworkers is amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And Tig, I must say that cut's looking fresh, man.
You like that? I'm glad you're here, Schwarf. Yeah, the cut. It's funny enough, I'm actually getting cut tomorrow. So I'm gonna get another high fade. I'm not gonna get skin anymore. I'm getting like I think a half up top or something. But it works all right, I guess.
The people want to know. The people want to know if the carpet matches the drapes. What they're
Ladies and
saying
gentlemen, you're gonna, everyone's gonna have to pay for that Patreon subscription there, and then, you might find some answers there.
Lev Bell, you and Lev Bell on the OnlyFans, huh?
Like, wait, what?
Is Lev Bell slinging cock?
Yes, that's what Lev Bell's gave to. I love it. It's so funny. There's like a list of always like his captions. It's bad, but yeah, he's on OnlyFans if you want to subscribe. I hear he's begging for people to subscribe.
He went from football to celebrity boxing to internet dick pics.
Yeah.
Some might say it's an upgrade.
Yeah, supposedly Tyga's made a shit ton of money on OnlyFans because of his rod.
Dude, it's just like anything else. Like when you have a super famous, he's not even super famous, but you know what I mean? Like a famous person, if they make kind of any type of content, they're going to make money off it. Like OnlyFans, you see every famous person that exists ever in the history of life has a podcast now, like, so it's like, you can't even hate the grind, but then it's like, at what cost? I'm just showing my nuts to everybody now. It's like,
Maybe.
Yeah,
you're gonna be
I'd do it if I knew
nuts.
I could make money. I 100% would do it. I have no shame.
Dude, if I knew I could at least make enough money to pay my bills, my asshole would be everywhere. Let's just get that out there. Let's get that out there fast and quick, boys. There'd be no questions asked.
Well, hell yeah. Maybe you should just give it a try. You never know.
That's the issue. No one ever knows until they try.
Yeah, I have one subscriber. It's like, why does this person keep buying pics of my asshole? And it's just
Should I spot for the pause?
Yeah, it's just Schwarf supporting the brand.
True
I might
friend.
just fuck around and try it.
Do it. Who cares, dude? I'll subscribe.
If I make no money, it's not like I wasn't making money.
That's true, dude. I mean, like, that's why everybody bitched when Bella Thorne first made hers like 2 or 3 years ago, because she didn't put any nudity on it. She literally just put Instagram pictures, and she made like $3 million in the first day.
That was same thing with Bad Baby or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like that, dude. Yeah. Like that's wild. Like it was like the day she turned 18 or whatever, and then she made the most ever in one day out of anyone or some crazy shit like that. That's wild.
That's kind of so fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so wild.
Like you're just playing into it, and it's like, oh, come on.
Dude, there were dudes with their calendars like, all right, Bad Baby's birthday is soon. Circle that date. It's like,
That's
ew.
messed up.
I think it's a compliment that I have no idea who that is.
Cash Me
Yeah,
Outside
you
girl.
do.
Oh, wow. Well,
Danielle
You know who that
Brigrioli. Danielle
Yeah.
Rigatoni or something. Brigrioli.
I don't know. Not up to date, I guess.
Bubba's wallpaper's just Bad Baby. It's like, oh, this is her on the phone.
Well, I mean, he's already said it's not actual books behind him that he reads, right? Last week.
It's true.
I read
That's
53
true.
of those books. I counted. 50.
Okay. 50.
Out of
I
how
haven't-
many? Out of how many?
Yeah, I have to count how many. I don't know. I haven't done that yet.
Because we
I
did
never-
percent, which unfortunately.
I don't have a percentage for you, but I will soon.
All right.
Deal.
Speaking, anyone watch Dune yet?
We know Jake did. Did you take
Bang.
it? Did you take E-Nation?
I did.
All right, let's
All right.
get into it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
want
go
to hear.
first.
I want to
I
hear
did.
about it.
Wait, no one else? No one else did?
No,
No?
but go ahead. I want to
Okay.
hear about it.
I got a
Just
couple
the-
notes.
The official review.
Couple notes. They still simulate way too much. Like the first 30 minutes, like Paul's doing this, and then whoever, he was like, Stilgar, he's not going to teach you how to ride a worm. Next scene, he's riding a fucking worm. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? So they kind of just simulate a lot of the stuff, you know? So that happened. There was a couple just exactly like that, where it's like, oh, that's going to take so long. And then next scene, they're doing it. And it's like, they should have maybe threaded something else in between. The fights are way better. Not much of the shield anymore, and not much of like kind of Star Wars-esque on the wires and stuff. The fighting's very sick. Villain, good and vicious, really good.
Dude,
And then
Austin Butler was incredible in that movie, and I gotta apologize for ripping him for faking being Elvis after he played Elvis for however many years. He was awesome in that movie. I will give him all the flowers. Incredible.
he was good. And then I have a hottie / baddie list
Oh yeah.
of all the people, and I'm not saying it's the order that it should be, but one of the spots is for sure. Okay, so I have Rebecca Ferguson, of course, you know, Jessica, you know, Atreides / whatever. Florence Pugh, incredible. I feel like she's in everything. Leia Sado, which I don't know who this person is. She was the Lady Margot Fenrig. She was the girl with Austin Butler.
Dude, she was hot. I forgot.
I tell you, I don't know if it's the albino eyes and everything. I don't know what's going on. The chalk on their face, something. Anya Taylor-Joy made an appearance.
Yeah, what was that?
I was like, oh my God. And she, of course, you know, looked phenomenal. And then I have this girl, Shikali or something. I don't know. It was Zendaya's friend. And then I have Zendaya. And I think Zendaya should be 6 on that list, if I'm going to be quite honest. Because all 5 of those were absolute smokes.
Dude, I literally called my mom right after, and I was like, it's crazy that Zendaya's beautiful when she looks dirty. I was like, she's just got sand and shit all over her, and I'm just like, this chick is beautiful. But
Yeah.
Anna Taylor-Joy thing threw me off. That one was like, is she filming this from the Mad Max set? Like, what was that? And then I think with the movie, the part that confuses me the most, because I know nothing about the books. Obviously, this is part 2. Is this part 2 of like one book, or is this like part 2 in the second movie of the trilogy? Because I'll be honest, like, I agree with you, Tiggy. There were a lot of things that were just like, oh, this is going to happen. And then all of a sudden they happen. Now, it was really cool, but it was kind of confusing at times where it would just like go from here all the way to here. I think the one thing that left me excited, because I saw pictures of what the person's probably supposed to look like, is Paul's brother that's still in the womb, because he's supposed to be half man and half worm.
Okay.
Which, I don't want to spoil it. I mean,
yeah.
you would know why.
What, brother?
Or is it sister? Is it a girl?
Sister.
Okay,
yeah.
sister.
That's Anna. That's Anna. That's who Anna Taylor-Joy is.
What?
Yeah.
I thought Anna Taylor-Joy was just a distant relative.
No, so this is spoil. So I'm
so confused.
Spoiler free. No, because that was like, I think she had mentioned some in the vision that like made it seem like she was the one in the womb. Like he saw like the future or something.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to rewatch it, because I saw her and I was like, she's just a distant relative of the Atreides, because we learned that they're not Atreides, right?
Yeah. I mean, we got crazy spoiler alert. So yeah. So we got some spoiler-free action, but Dune 2 is incredible. I definitely want to go see it again. And yeah, I'm not sure about the book to movie thing. I don't think I'm ever going to read the books, probably. I think the movies are good. And like we kind of talked about, I think it was last week we talked about it, how like we're so nitpicky on movies nowadays, where it's like Star Wars back in the day, they did this exact same thing.
Right. Yeah. I know, right? I haven't even watched it yet. But like I was trying to say when we were talking about...
You heard a lot of spoilers there, so you basically did.
That's fine. No, it's not, because I need to rewatch Dune 1, because so a lot of stuff you're saying, I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I need to rewatch Dune 1. But it is true. It's like we nitpick so much. We're like, what does this mean? What is this? What is it? You know what I mean? And it's like you said, when Star Wars came out, the OG Star Wars, there's just so much stuff that you didn't know what it was. You just enjoyed the ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see it. Like, it seems like I haven't heard one bad thing about it, honestly.
Dude, I was pleasantly surprised at how sick and dark Timothy Chalamet gets in the movie. Like his like transition to what will happen creates a incredible.
So I feel like I'm not necessarily spoiled, but I feel like I'm understanding his character, because I always see on TikTok him and Anakin like side by side. Like, I don't know, like maybe he's good in Dune 1 and he's going down to the dark side or whatever. But I love that. Honestly, dude, like I love a nice villain story, you know? So I'm excited to see. I really need to go see it soon. Sounds great. So I'm excited.
Schwarf, are you a Dune guy?
I'm a fan of the bucket.
You dirty son of a bitch. You dirty son of a bitch.
No, unfortunately, I haven't seen either one yet. But back to the book piece, because I was talking to my dad about this a while ago, a little after the first movie came out. I believe that both movies capture the entirety of one book. And when the original came out back in, the 70s or something, I think, obviously they're really limited with what they could do in those movies. So they cut out a lot of I believe, I could be very wrong. Talking to my dad about it, sounds like in the original movie, they had to cut out a lot of the details that were in the book. And now that they're revamping it, they made it into 2 movies so they could get some of those more explicit details in there.
Yeah, because Tiggy, correct me if I'm wrong, but like this seems like we're creating an entire like earthly war that's about to happen. That's why I was like, I see that they call it Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2. That makes more sense if it is one book, because what they're setting up is like about to be nuts, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, I know at least a part 3 is coming. I don't know if they have plans to make more. Like, I don't know if it's going to be part 3 and over. I don't know. I'm sure there's probably lore out there where they can make an entire universe on this shit, you know? I'm sure they could form new stories and stuff, but it's really cool. And I'm glad I gave Dune another chance, because Dune 2 is incredible. I think it was 2 nights ago, I was searching on iTunes trying to find the because I wanted it as my ringtone, and I can't find a good one unless I just download it from somewhere and then connect it to my computer and then drag it to iTunes. And I'm like, I'm too lazy to do that for 5 minutes. Zero chance of that.
This isn't 2007, so like you shouldn't have to do that.
I'm not connecting my phone to my computer. I haven't backlogged iCloud in like 6 months. No chance my computer will probably explode if that happens. So I can't even begin to try to do that. But yeah, it was really good. It was really good. The worms were sick, like all the lore, all the story. I forget the guy's name. Oh my God, the Stilgar. I forget his acting name, but the guy, Country Old Men and stuff like that. He was incredible. All the memes coming from there are so great. It's really cool to see. The movie's really sick.
And something you don't get in the first movie that you learn in the second movie is you don't realize that there's like different entities of like sand people. Like you didn't realize that there's a north and a south. Like I thought that was really cool too. But yeah, I agree. I will say though, to keep it on movies, I told this to JT. There is a top 5 comedy movie of all time that was just released.
Whoa.
And I am dead serious when I say this. Ricky Stanicky is one of the funniest movies that I have seen in a long fucking time.
Well, yeah.
The story, I'm not even talking actors, they're great, but the storyline is perfect.
Oh, well, that's good. I was going to say, John Cena is freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, I think John Cena is so funny in everything he's in. And I love Zac Efron, too. Like, Zac Efron is such an underrated, like, comedy actor.
Amen.
He is so funny. So, like, is that on Amazon? Is that Amazon? Yeah. So, yeah. I need to watch that. I'm excited to watch that. And, sorry, we can go back, but it just made me think. Roadhouse comes out this week, too, right? On Amazon. Yep. Amazon's stepping their game up a little bit for movies.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like on Amazon Prime right now, you can watch it for free?
Yeah.
What?
That Roadhouse. That I'm pretty sure. Is it going to theaters or is it just Amazon?
Yeah, Roadhouse is about to be a Prime original. Ricky Stanicky's a Prime original. It's like The Boys. It's like an Amazon entity, but it's a movie instead of a show.
Wow. I was surprised. I thought Roadhouse was definitely going to be in theaters, but I think you're right. Huh? That's pretty wild, because it seems that's a huge cast.
Yeah.
So
huge,
Bezos is dropping that money.
Dude,
God. Real quick, and then I'll let you. I just want to shout out freaking Conor McGregor for just his agent or whatever. Like, okay, what stat did I read? It was. He had the highest paid boxing debut ever, highest paid acting debut ever, and then one other one. So, like, his acting debut in Roadhouse is the highest paid acting debut ever. I just think that's so fire.
Yeah, dude, and he doesn't even win fights.
He's not even famous for acting.
That's my point. It's like, it's just because it's Conor McGregor, like. He just gets paid for shit, and it's, you know what I mean? So I just thought that was pretty cool.
What's crazy is we're going to see movies in probably like 20 years where it's going to be the same story, like the #1 boxing, like pay-per-view and stuff like that. but it's gonna be Jake Paul instead of Conor McGregor like 20 years later. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get like the biggest box opening, and it's gonna be just ridiculous.
Schwarf, we talked about this last week. You think Jake Paul, Mike Tyson?
Oh my God, man. I don't even know what to think about it because I almost feel like dog. There's no way Mike Tyson would ever lose that. I don't care how old he is.
I agree.
Dude, have you seen Mike Tyson's recent training videos? That dude is so scary.
He's terrifying.
Yeah,
you don't think he'd sell out still for the money?
He might.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how it's gonna go because I almost feel like it's a PR stunt.
Here's my answer. Do I think it's above him or below him to do so? No. I think if the bag's big enough, for sure. But you also got to remember, Mike Tyson is crazy. He's a mentality dude. He's not gonna do something if he doesn't actually want to win. That's just my opinion on Mike Tyson. I can say that about everybody else, but Mike Tyson is like a fucking, and I mean this in the most polite way possible, a fucking psychopath in a good way. In terms of when he fights and in the ring, I think there's going to be nothing more funny than if he can knock Jake out. I like Jake Paul, but I also think it'd be hysterical to see him get his lights lit up by Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You watch him throw those body shots in his training videos, and I'm just like, I would have internal bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
It is
if he gets Jake with 2 or 3 of those body shots, Buddy's going down. I'm sorry. That's going to happen if it's legit.
Yeah, dude. All you got to do is tune in Netflix, bro. It'll be on. But back to Ricky Stanicky.
Yeah, go back.
I just the storyline of it all is crazy. I want, this doesn't give anything away. The story of the matter is 3 best friends. They get in trouble when they're kids. They blame it on an imaginary person named Ricky Stanicky, and they ride that wave all the way until they're adults. Something happens, and then the family's like, "Well, we need to meet Ricky," and then all hell breaks loose. It's so fucking funny. John Cena comes walking in looking like Indiana Jones. He's like, "What's up?" He's like, Ricky Stanicky. It's so great. And his name in the movie's Rock Hard Rod, which is even funnier. Oh man, great movie, boys. I'm telling you. I'll put it out there. I'm telling you, it's a top 5 comedy movie.
Hey,
they stole my high school nickname and gave it to him.
Rock Hard Rod. Okay, Stanicky.
But just on the topic of new shows and movies, Tiggy Nation sent us the Star Wars Acolyte trailer, and honestly, to be honest, I didn't even know what it was. I knew it was coming out. I didn't know what it was about. I still don't fully know, but it looks freaking awesome.
You can say it.
What?
This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
So it's basically I don't know the exact time period, but the Republic is still well and good. They're still training Jedi at the Jedi Temple and all this. So it's before all that shit goes down, with Anakin and stuff. But it looks like it's the first bad guy, right? The first. What I felt. That's the first
vibe
Sith
that I got.
Yeah,
Old Republic type style.
But it didn't give you ancient times. It seemed very modern. It might just be a new twist on the story or whatever, but it looks sick. And then it's just there's a lot of scenes where they're training young Jedi and stuff. And then the coolest scene was they're talking about how something seems wrong or whatever, and then the red lightsaber ignites, and they're like, "What is that?" So it's the first time they saw a Sith lightsaber.
It was Schwarf. It's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
The end of the trailer shows you how powerful. We don't even know who this person is. At least I don't know who the person is. All these Jedis start sparking up their sabers, dude, and this Sith Lord, whatever you want, just wipes them all the fuck out, bro. Like, whoosh,
it looks like really good visuals.
Can someone send me this trailer?
I just sent it to you on Twitter.
Thank you.
But I'll send it to you too. It says set 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's cool.
High Republic.
Wow.
I think it's the high. I'm a nerd, so I know a bit of the lore, and I know after the Old Republic was the High Republic, and then after High Republic was where Phantom Menace takes place, I believe.
Whoa.
And I think it's so cool how they stick to keeping like the Jedi Temple and stuff on Coruscant, like looking exactly like it did, you know, in like the movies we grew up with. I love how they keep a lot of that stuff the same. So it looks really good. I think
it's like Dragonstone in House of the Dragon, and then when it's in Game of Thrones,
yeah,
it's like
this.
Okay.
Yeah, it you know what I mean? It looks like they don't change the way it looks, or it looks exact same. And I just think that is so awesome. So I'm real excited for it. I think it looks really good. Honestly, a lot of like the new Star Wars stuff they make is good. Like people hate on the trilogy with Rey, but all the Disney Plus shows of Star Wars have just been really, really good and interesting. So I'm excited to watch that for sure. When does that one come out? Just summer, June, or something like that? Yeah.
June 4th, I think 2 episodes drop.
Everything comes out in June.
Yeah.
Big lineup in June. And I think, I don't know, I feel like we talked about it as well. Like, I think shows just, one, you just have way more time. You can split it up and like you just can get so much more in depth because you can do a season, which is, you know, potentially 10 hours instead of a 2.5 hour film that's rushed anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think there should be a shock with that, knowing that the shows are a lot better and a lot more done. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's it.
Let me ask you boys this. Do you guys ever, when you're sitting on the couch, okay, envision, we're painting a picture, you're sitting on the couch, and how many shows are out right now? Do you ever get so overwhelmed that you're like, I'm not watching any of these?
Yes, all the time. And always just watch something that I've already seen. Like I restarted the hour.
Yeah.
Why did I do that? I don't know. I've already seen it.
Yeah. Bubba, I'm real in the camp of
what else should I watch? What other show is good right now?
Yeah.
I agree, dude.
I'm real bad into rewatching stuff right now. Like I'll just throw something. Like I just started rewatching This Is Us again because it's on Netflix. The show is so good. But like I'm so stuck in that, like I'm in a funk right now with that, Bubba. Like you just throw on what you know and it's like you just kind of enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes you gotta throw what you know.
Yeah, but dude, like, yeah, like you gotta think about this. Like, if you didn't watch even Star Wars now, if you've never watched it, you're talking about, let's exclude the original, like I'm saying time. Let's say you're talking about 25 years of stuff coming out that you have to start watching to catch up with. And it's like, it's too far gone almost. Like, how do you have time? Like, how does anyone have time to start Marvel now and watch everything? like
I was just about to say that. And it's funny because I think Parker Henry was never a huge Marvel fan. There was one day I was talking to him about it and I got him into it. And he took like a whole week where he had like minimal work and watched everything Marvel. He was telling me he was watching like 3 or 4 movies a day. Damn. And it was incredible because he was so into it. But it was a ton of catching up.
Yeah.
So much.
I did pretty good. I've seen like all the movies except for like 2, I think. And the same deal. It was like a month of like that's all I watched.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, and it is funny. Anytime someone's like, "Oh, I want to get into Marvel," it's like, well, I don't think you really understand what you have to, dude. The first 2008. This shit started in 2008.
That's what I'm saying. Legit 20 years, like 20 years, you can say, 20 years of stuff. Well, dude. now you even think with the multiverse, like you're going back to X-Men and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Like,
oh yeah. Dude, okay, so
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Dude,
like
think
Fantastic
about it
Four.
like this.
Yeah.
This shit started, if you want to connect everything, before an iPhone even existed.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It is.
All right, back, not back. Bubba, what we got, baby? What we got?
All right, for back, it's me acting like I care about basketball. I hate basketball. I don't care even a little bit whatsoever. But I'm in. Am I going to gamble? Maybe, we'll see. But I'm going to be, in a chair with a beer, acting like I care about the games, which I won't. But they're electric, and it's electric time of year, so you got to jump in. So I'm going to do that. In the Chicken El Pastor at Chipotle is back too. The best thing to get at Chipotle. Get there early. You get there after 5. It's probably gone at the one at the Highlands because they stink, but that's back. Not back is Boeing. Very not back right now. Their airplane.
What happened with them? Again.
Something falls off an airplane every fucking day. You got the whistleblower kills himself apparently. That's a whole. Did you see that saga?
No.
So apparently they had some meeting with like Boeing's lawyers, and this guy who's like worked for Boeing and he's a whistleblower he's basically saying like they were just putting scraps on planes. He was like, they didn't care. They just wanted to reel planes out. So then like now that stuff's starting to happen, he's like going back in time and it's like they don't care about the quality of their planes. So apparently they had a meeting with the lawyers and he was kind of giving what he knew between the two sides. And then, the same week he killed himself in his car or something like that. They found him dead. And I don't know. One of his friends said he would never kill himself. I don't know. It's a big old saga. And I don't know enough about it, but I mean, what are the chances?
That's crazy.
This is like years in the making, and he's like finally like on the stage of like saying this stuff. He's been like waiting all this time, and now he just kills himself out of nowhere.
Boeing whacked him for sure.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, like a house of cards whacking, dude.
That's what the people are saying. And then the 18,000 Yager bobbleheads, those are not back. I don't know how you steal that many bobbleheads, but I don't know. I guess
I'll tell you, Bubba. There were never any bobbleheads to begin with. They made one for the commercial. It's all a ruse. It's all a ruse for anyone to give a damn about the Pittsburgh Penguins right now.
So, yeah.
Who would steal 20-bagged lunches?
They need that help. And possibly also the self-checkout might be gone because I guess Walmart is losing so much money in their self-checkouts due to theft. Like they thought that going to automation would help not have to pay employees, but now they're losing so much more in theft as if they would have just paid their employees to work the fucking checkout lanes. So now you're going to have to subscribe to their Walmart Plus or whatever to use the self-checkout.
Come on, dude.
Yeah. I did see that.
The only theft that happened at Walmart was when Walmart gave fucking Russell Wilson $250 on his $1 million on his contract. That's the only theft that happened at Walmart.
Yeah, those are your guys, right? Scumbags, huh?
Dude, scumbags, dude. Fuck. What the fuck?
And I heard the subscription is not cheap either. It's like unless
$2 a month or something like that.
Yeah. It's like $200 a year or whatever to use Walmart's self-checkout.
That's crazy, dude. Also not back, supposedly, is Kate Middleton. I haven't been in on this whole story, but supposedly she's just missing. Missing in action.
So I have kind of a base understanding of it. So after the last holiday, apparently she just like hasn't been seen. And there's been questions arising for a while. Is like her health deteriorating, and she got some surgery that was supposed to be minor, so people were worried about her health, and also the king too, that he might die any day. So then there was some picture that came out of her and her family, and apparently it was photoshopped. So now everyone's like putting the tinfoil hats on. They're like, why are you photoshopping a picture of you like years ago over, your face if you're fine? And then like the royal family had to come out and say, well, she's just getting into photography and editing, and it was a simple mistake of her trying to edit her own picture. But like someone like put the dots together, like this is a picture you took years ago and you just literally photoshopped it. So
You want to hear how dumb I am?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
thought
absolutely.
I thought Kate Middleton was the girl from SNL, the blonde funny girl from SNL. Kate
Nope.
McKinnon. I'm like, dang, Kate McKinnon is missing.
A lot of buzz going around here.
I thought Kate Middleton for the first hat, like last week, was Beckinsale
Yeah.
or whatever, the girl that was dating.
Yeah, Matt Rife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's who I thought it was. I literally just had to search.
Tiggy Nation, I had to search too.
Supposedly, though, at least initially, the photo was so bad photoshopped that the press didn't even want to run it initially. Because if you look at it, her hand on her kid, get in the zone. Her hand on her kid, like her arm, it's not attached. It's like you can tell there's an arm here, and then they try to just put a hand there, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it was bad. And then they had like some impromptu shopping trip just to like put her out in the public. And now people are saying that person is older and that it's a body double, and it just going crazy. So I don't know how much and I don't know, why do we care? Why do we care about the world?
That's a great point.
Even a little bit. I don't understand why we as a nation care. The other one was in Suits, right? I like that chick. Apparently there's some Markle, was that her name? There's some.
Nah, she sucks. She sucks.
Why does she suck though? I just like her in Suits.
Because if you're gonna leave the royal family and then make money on doing podcasts and shows whining about the royal family to make millions of dollars, I don't like that. Now, if she came out and she was just like, fuck these people, I'm about to expose these people and did it, that's completely different. But like to just be like, oh, what was me? I made my hubby leave and come to America and Canada. Yeah. It's like, get over it, dude. We ran from the royal family for a reason. You're the one that went back over there, not us.
Yeah, I thought it was fishy when she went on Oprah. Like they fleed back to Canada or whatever, and then she just goes on Oprah. Oprah's like the what would you say, like the one of the biggest watched, people, and you're so scared, so you decide, oh, I'm gonna go on Oprah and tell tell the whole world. I thought that was just a little.
And it's kind of lame how she came out and was all like, I don't want to be part of the royal family, and she still titles herself Duchess of Sussex. I think that's weird.
Well, lame. That's a tight title though. I don't know if I could blame her too much for that.
That's like having Vaughn in the middle of your last name, It's
I would want to.
Vaughn. Not losing a Vaughn. Like you get divorced, you're keeping the Vaughn. You kidding me?
Jerry Von Nixon. Yeah, but yeah, Kate Middleton, if you're out there, I hope you didn't get whacked like Princess Diana did, is all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. My biggest question about all that is why her legal name starts with C, but Kate she spells with K. So confusing, man.
Wait, is that true?
Yeah, it's Catherine with a C, but she spells her name Kate with a K. I don't understand why.
Yeah, that's weird.
She's missing
question about all of it.
That's a little weird, yeah.
I think it might be a little Hannah Montana, little double life. Maybe she's trying to live.
Oh,
little bad.
Might be on to something there, Tate.
Dude, you want to hear something crazy? This is totally different, but I was driving. This is like last week or so, and there's a huge ass billboard that just like changes. It's an electronic billboard, it just changes picture. It just changed to a picture of Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump. Is that not weird as fuck? And then it just went away. I was like, dude, that was really weird.
What was the ad?
There was no ad. It was just
no,
their pic.
I know why, because I have the state of Georgia. This is the Fulton County thing about the recounting of the votes from the election that happened 4 fucking years ago. 4 years ago. And I bet that's what it is, because they're trying to they were together. So but that is kind of weird to just throw up on a billboard though.
Right. And it was just eerie because it just flashed, it just changed away. I was like, that was so super weird,
Yeah. Fun fact real quick, GT. I set a meeting with Marietta today.
That's nice. Marietta, real close to my old stomping grounds there, Jake.
Yeah, and I just lied, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, my brother used to live there. It's very nice."
Yeah, you could say it. I don't think that was a lie. That'd be
No.
kind of like saying that I lived in Elm Grove.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
feel as bad anymore. I don't feel
Yeah.
as bad.
Best
Yeah.
part, really, I'm Grove.
Dude. Hey.
Elm Grove's not. Yeah, Elm Grove's pretty good. Not bad. Not bad, Harry.
Got a nice McDonald's
Yeah, they do.
with a big.
They
parking
got
lot
the
you can hang out in.
the worst Subway though. The worst.
They do have the worst Subway. Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. You can have no one in line, and it takes 20 minutes to get out of there with one sub.
Well, it's because they're nodding off every time they're making you a sub.
Yeah.
I've been on a Subway kick lately, believe it or not.
I love Subway.
Mhm.
They send me coupons all the time, and it's like 3 subs for $17.99, and I'm like, yeah, yeah. I do it all the time.
That's my meal prep for the day.
I get like the most white boy Subway sandwich ever.
You don't
I just get a wheat foot long with turkey, lettuce,
Yeah.
Turkey club or something.
turkey, provolone, lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise. And that's what I get.
Thought I taught you
that.
It's good. It's a classic. It's a classic. Huh?
You hate to see
Turkey
it.
Tom.
What is it with the cookie? What?
Turkey.
I'd say a nice turkey Tom.
Yeah, for sure.
Jimmy J's.
Mm-hmm. The
Yeah.
Big
Since we're
John.
talking about Subway, I just wanted to mention that they're on my not back because they are now offering motherfucking foot-long cookies, foot-long churros. What the hell, man? What happened to Subway being the healthy alternative? Now can get a fucking 12-inch long cookie? Who the fuck needs that?
Dang, that's legit. I didn't know that.
Who needs that?
I
They
do
got
need
rid
the
of their
churro.
salad options and added cookies and churros.
I do need the churro, though. Okay?
Dude,
Subway used to be an establishment of integrity. They help people lose weight, like that Jared guy.
That's he
guy.
who shall not be named. We don't talk about him anymore.
imagine just being like, yeah, I'll have a turkey foot long, but I want my bread to be 2 cookies.
They'd probably do it.
Can you get a sub with I know you can order the full on cookie. Can you be like, yo, I don't want bread, but put that cookie and throw just a disgusting amount of random shit on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, what would you make as a cookie sub? That's the question.
There's nothing that could be good at Subway to make a cookie sub with. I feel like
you could maybe do some with the churro.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a cookie churro sub.
Like the churro is more likely. The churro is more likely.
Like, you mean to make the churro the bread? Is that what you're saying?
To make the churro the bread.
You could make it some weird kind of spin on like chicken and waffles, but it's like chicken and churros or something,
Yeah. Someone call up Subway right now.
Yeah. Dang, we're on to something.
Yeah. I have a quick back. And we already mentioned her, Anya Taylor-Joy. She came on the scene with Queen's Gambit big time. Has done some stuff recently. The Menu I know was pretty good, but then she did Super Mario Bros, Dune now, and now she's about to be back with Little Furiosa and with Mad Max, which looks fucking incredible. I love it. Like I saw the trailer and I'm like, Mad Max is one of those movies that I will put up probably all time my top 10. Always. And I don't even understand the movie. I don't get the premise. I don't even watching this trailer. I'm like, wait, if Furiosa was always a rebel going against these people, why was she in a position of power in this movie? It just doesn't even make more sense. But it's so cool. The style of it all. They're just going through the desert on these fucking dune buggies and go-karts, and it's violence, and it's just insanity. It's mayhem. Yeah, we got live music coming off the fucking grills. It's just great. It's such a guy's movie where it's just constant action. You got a hot girl that is a tomboy that's kicking ass. She's got one arm. It's dude, this is fucking sick.
She stinks.
Dude, got paint on her face.
And people don't even realize this. Anna, she was also in a Marvel movie that did not do successful at all. Her and Arya Stark and one of the dudes from Stranger Things, the New Mutants, that just didn't end up being anything. But that was one of the movies that try to bring back the X-Men mutant stuff that just bombed in 2017. And it took them 3 years to release it because it was so bad.
Damn.
I don't even see that on her IMDb. I think she just deleted it from her account.
Smart.
Also, I forgot she's in Peaky Blinders. Shout out Peaky Blinders.
She is? I didn't get that far then.
It's sad. I think she's in a couple seasons, like the later one. She's Gina Gray, season 5, season 5 and season 6. I didn't even know there was 6 seasons. I don't know if I've seen all Peaky Blinders.
me and JT literally were binge watching the shit out of it, got the half point of season 4 and just stopped watching.
Yeah, I got to watch. Yeah, we watched it without captions to begin with, so I didn't know what anyone was saying half the time because the strong wherever at accents they were, Birmingham or whatever the hell they called it. Very very thick, strong accents. I didn't know what the hell was going on half the time.
It's because we don't watch shows to read.
Yeah, I agree, but I do like the nice caption these days.
Nope. Read a book.
I'm a caption guy. I like the captions too.
Read a book. Read a book, boys. Movies are meant to be listened and watched. I don't want to read.
What about Squid Game?
It's in a different language. That's different.
I got one here, Jake, because you've seen the movie Dune 2. What did you think Zendaya's name was when it was first said?
Don't put me on the spot, dude.
What do you think it was said?
Jimmy or like Jerry?
It was Johnny. Johnnny. That was the name they said for Zendaya. They were like, what do I call you? And she's like, yada, 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 this, but you can call me Johnny. Her name is Chani, Chani. But because there's no fucking subtitles and they're speaking different languages, we can't see it.
So we just call her Johnny then.
They should have, honestly, that should be a meme where they just call her Johnny, like in Twitter and stuff like that. That'd be actually very funny.
I'm baffled. I thought that was actually her name.
See, I don't know if they actually do this, but I've seen it they'll have a closed captioning on some theaters. They should have subtitles slots for movies. I think that'd be a big hit.
Yeah, that would be cool. Hit. Yeah.
I think people would go. Also, what if you're hearing impaired? You got nothing.
If you're hearing impaired, don't go to a movie.
You're gonna say read a book. Read a fucking book.
What if they did a silent disco but for a movie where you had to wear headphones?
That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be sick, yeah.
I've always wanted to go to a silent disco, actually. That's one of those things that I think would be so fun to do.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be any different, truly.
No.
Like
it wouldn't be any different.
Myself there, like the videos of the people dancing like an idiot, I would hate myself.
Why?
I don't know. I just
the silent disco is actually legit because one, you could turn the music all the way up and it sounds probably better. And then if you want to like talk to a girl or anything like that, you'd be like, hey, you want to like take these off? And then we can actually fucking communicate. And I don't have to scream and lose my voice and say, hey, what do you like to do on the weekend?
What? That's funny.
No, you'll be appalled, man, but I literally watch everything with subtitles. Sports, TV shows, everything.
Sports?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done with this podcast, dude. I'm never podcasting. Sports?
I ruined it. Damn it.
Sport? Like what? Why?
We should put subtitles down.
I don't know. Sometimes I like to make sure that I'm like hearing correctly. So I read the subtitles and make sure that what the fuck I'm hearing is right. I don't know. I also watch like a ton of anime, so I've gotten used to reading subtitles.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Fuck you, Tig. Anyway, I watch a lot of it, so I pretty much am forced to read a lot of subtitles, and it's gotten to the point where like reading it doesn't take away from. I've gotten so quick at reading subtitles that I still watch everything.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah.
Maybe I just can't read. Maybe my brain just doesn't work that way. Because when words pop up on the screen, I just stare at the words.
Yeah. I hear. Yeah, you got to get used to it because that's what I used to do. I like my brain couldn't multitask in that regard, but I think you just get used to it.
Maybe. We'll see.
All right, boys, I'm tired. Are we done?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to play some fucking Warzone, but Tiggy Nation, you can. Yeah.
I got one thing. Sorry, I held everyone up, but shout out Big Zar. I got a little package from Wheeling, West Virginia, and he just went to Disney, I think. I got this awesome chocolate frog.
Nice.
Which is a Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
And then I got a little card, Devlin Whitehorn, who is the owner of the Nimbus Racing Brooms. So
very nice.
Thought that
Shout
was
out.
cool. I was like, hey, give me a chocolate frog jokingly. And he actually got me one. I'm like, fuck, that's actually super nice. I thanked him 7 times.
Very nice. Shout out. Shout out Big Zar.
Now I have to get Zar a Christmas gift now. So,
Shout out Big Zar, father of 1.
Father of 1.
Congrats on the sex, by the way.
Yeah. But all right, boys. Thanks for hopping in line once again. See y'all next week. Lunch was delicious. We had Harry Sliders once again. Honestly, becoming a fan favorite. Harry Sliders, delicious. Yeah. So, and we had it with a side of little Schwarf tots. So great lunch. Great lunch this week. We'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.